All right, this first one is really interesting.
His voice is heard by tens of thousands on 97.3 Cairo FM.
Exactly the same. They're saying that the phone is exactly the same as a glove box.
As half the team of The Ron and Don Show, Ron Upshaw has been informing and entertaining the Seattle radio waves for years. But while his day job is to hold listeners captivated, he's also holding thousands of others captive as a hobby, too.
It's funny, if I go to a party and people find out that A, I'm Ron from the radio, and B, I'm a beekeeper, 90% of the questions are about bees.
Ron says his background with bees began when his wife wanted to move.
I had a condo on Lake Union, and she's like, I don't want to live in the city, let's live in the country. And I was like, okay, you know, you're in love, you do stupid things. So I moved out to the country, and pretty shortly after that, I was like, I need to come up with a hobby.
His brother suggested he should give beekeeping a try.
And so I took a class and found it really interesting and jumped in and got a couple hives.
Many hives and countless bees later, Ron was hooked.
You need to have a relatively calm demeanor. You know, there are times you are going to get stung. You know, a couple times a season, you're going to get stung. Just when you get that jar of honey, it's a pound of honey. It's like these bees landed on 2 million flowers to produce this 1 pound of honey. And that sort of has a sense of satisfaction to it that not a lot of things do.
But what Ron didn't find satisfying was the lack of any quality visual aids on how to raise the little guys.
And a buddy of mine was like, you know, you need to quit complaining. If you want a DVD, why don't you make it? You're Mr. Radio.
So he did.
Next thing you know, we've sold thousands of DVDs, which was shocking to me. I was like, how can there be this many people interested in beekeeping? It's become like the best-selling DVD on the market.
Now he's putting his beekeeping knowledge online.
Hi, I'm Ron Upshaw, and welcome to beehelp.com. Right now we launched beehelp.com. We've got about 13 hours plus of instructional material for beginning beekeepers, and so far it's been going really well. So these little things are baby bees.
Ron never expected his hobby to take off the way it has, but he's more than happy to spread the word about these amazing creatures.
The importance of bees cannot be understated as the chief pollinator for human food. 1/3 of everything we eat is pollinated by a bee. The thing that I'm finding on sharing this hobby is it's one of those things that entire families can do and friends can do together. And then there's also the thing where you really do feel like you're helping. You really feel like you're contributing.
So while radio may be Ron Upshaw's bread and butter, it's his hobby that gives him his biggest buzz.